What's up, guys? Welcome to Parlay Power Hour for June 17th, 2021. I'm joined by my I'm going to call you guys co-host today because I'm a nice guy, Will, the Wizard Reed. I'm going with Will first today because he is the Wizard right now. Will, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We had a 500 day. I went 2-2. I looked out on my hockey bets. The Canadians pulled through for me. Unfortunately, the Rays had to lose in extra innings to the White Sox, so that hurt a bit. But I'll take a 500 day.
You lucked out on hockey. You're a wizard. You say what happens and it comes true. Will, come on now. You can't say that. Letting the listeners in on your secrets. Grant, the one and only Mitchell, 23-19. He's not the wizard, but he's the one and only 23-19. Grant, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. I had a really hot start on the show. I almost looked like I was the star of the show, even though you're the host, Tanner. But it's been pretty downhill lately. We went 3-2 yesterday. I have some pretty, let's say less risky bets today that I still have good odds. So I'm confident in my selections today.
You know what I say to that, Grant?
Huh?
Will, do you know what I say to that? Someone who doesn't take risk?
I mean, you're not a big fan of the non-risk takers, so
scared money don't make money. Scared money don't make money. And today we are not playing with scared money. We are playing with the opposite of scared money, whatever that is. Tanner Kern, 17-9, coming off a 4-0 day yesterday. I'm on fire. Unlike you guys, you should probably take some notes from me. But we're going to start on the diamond today. Not my pick here, but I am taking a line in this game. We got Grant, the one and only, LA Angels, -1.5 on the run line. Shohei Ohtani is going against Matt Manning tonight, who's making his major league debut. Grant, what do you think of this game?
Well, yeah, you stole the words right out of my mouth. Shohei Ohtani on the mound. I mean, really not much else needs to be said there. Matt Manning for Detroit, you mentioned it's a rookie. He's making his debut tonight. Get this. He had an 8.07 ERA in AAA this year. Why they decided to call him up, not someone else, who knows? You know, he has potential, but an 8 ERA this year, and you're expecting him to get things done. With the way the Angels have been playing, we talked about it, I think, yesterday. They've been better ever since Mike Trout went out. So I'm taking the Angels here, and I think they cover. Pretty straightforward.
Now, Will the Wizard, do you think an 8.0 ERA is good for the Detroit Tigers? Because it could be. There is a chance.
I mean, they haven't been great this year, so it could be right on line with what they've been producing. But I like this pick from Grant. Shohei Ohtani has been taking batters out left and right. He's been striking batters out. Matt Manning making his major league debut. We don't know what we'll see from him. As Grant said, the 8.0 ERA or the 8.00 ERA in AAA. He had some pretty good AA production, but I like the Angels on the run line here.
Now, if you guys don't know this, I'm a Matt Manning fanatic, okay? I live in Connecticut, or I'm from Connecticut. In 2016, I believe he was playing single-A baseball with the Connecticut Tigers. That's my backyard. That's my team, even though they're no longer in existence because not a lot of people went to the games. Tigers, Angels, over 8.5 runs. I saw Matt Manning give up a shot in a single-A game, and you know what? That gives me the mindset that I need to go over in this game. Shohei Ohtani is going to contribute to the over. He's probably going to throw 98 on the black tonight and just strike out every single Tiger, but he's also going to hit a lot of bombs. Matt Manning is going to hit a lot of bombs. The Angels are going to carry this over tonight, but I do like it going over 8.5 at -120 on FanDuel Sportsbook. So we're going to stay on the diamond here. We're going to transition to Will. Will, the Wizard, likes the Cardinals and Braves over of 9 runs at -115. What's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I mean, so the Braves have scored 10 runs the last 2 games. They put up 2 10-8 victories against the Red Sox in their past 2 games. They've been hitting the heck out of the ball. We got Gant on the mound for the Cardinals, Morton on the mound for the Braves. Both of them have had decent seasons so far, but nothing to cry home about. But I see this one going over 9 runs. The Braves will continue to hit the heck out of the ball. They got Acuna, they got Ozzie Albies, Freddie Freeman. I think this one goes over.
What do you think, Grant?
Well, you know what's interesting here? Will's mentioning that the Braves have been hitting really well, but the Cardinals have not. The most runs they've scored in the past 4 games, I believe, is 4, and they're averaging somewhere around 2 runs a game. So this one, it's really pitting 2 teams in contrasting form against each other. So, in situations like this where I think it's even, I'll roll with the Wizard he was receiving some readings before our show today. He changed his picks right before we started the broadcast. So I think maybe he got some last minute information, and that's what led him to this.
Yeah, I think he has no clue who he's picking today. That's my thoughts. I think that's just wizard mentality, wizard mindset coming in. He has no clue who he's picking today. So don't trust him. Trust me. Trust Tanner freaking Kern. 4-0 on the day yesterday. One thing I want to talk about in this game, Cardinals, Braves. I could care less about the Cardinals. I could care less about the Braves. But you know what? You know who I do care about, Grant?
Why don't you tell me? You've always
Garrett freaking Richards. That's who I care about. Garrett freaking Richards last night shuts down the Braves. Not really. He almost gave up the loss. He gave up like six runs, 6 earned. It was horrendous. But you know who came through? Christian Arroyo. Shout out to you, Christian. Saved me a little money on FanDuel Sportsbook last night, so I really appreciate that. Anywho, you guys want to stay on the diamond? Let's stay on the diamond right now. We're going to go back to Grant. Grant's got the Rays on the run line, -1.5, +102, under 8 runs. He's taken about 15 bets as usual, Grant. Just explain it to me. What are you going with the Rays on the run line for?
Yeah, I didn't realize that picking a spread in and over under meant that you were just blindly picking 15 picks per game, but whatever. We'll go ahead. You got Hill on the mound for Tampa Bay, 5-2, 3.3 ERA this season. Dunn for the Mariners, 1-3, 3.9 ERA. Seattle, they are. I think Will said it earlier. Nothing to write home about. They're just not that great. If we're being completely honest, Tampa Bay has one of the best records in baseball. I think they're only a half game out of the top spot in the whole league. I did some second level research here, and I found out that the teams are averaging 7.9 runs combined per game for the season. That's not necessarily my sole motivation for picking the under here, but it does, tell you that these teams together don't score a ton of runs, and just the way they've been playing lately, I'm going to take the Rays with the under.
Now, you had a rough luck last night with the under, and I believe one of the basketball games, I think you said this game's 100% going under, but it actually went over by 1 million, Grant. So you're going with the under tonight. That shows that you're not afraid. I appreciate that. Yeah,
the under is a safer bet on baseball anyway. We were talking about that too. The Utah Jazz made 105 threes in the first half. They got the over, so what can you do?
There you go. So we're going to transition back to Will here. Will's heading to the hardwood right now. Got Nets at +6, -110. He was bragging about this pick because nobody took a basketball pick today. That's just what the Wizard does. Lay it on me, Wizard. What do you got?
Well, you guys accused the Wizard of stealing some picks, so I had to bring out this one that no one else decided to put their hands on. But Nets +6 against the Bucks. I'm not comfortable with the Nets money line here. I don't think they close out the series tonight, but I do think they keep it close. Kevin Durant had a masterpiece of a game in Game 5, 49 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists. I think he puts up great numbers again. Nothing similar to what his triple-double performance the other night. James Harden should have a better night. He only had, 5 points in their previous game. Something terrible. He should have a better night. I think the Nets keep this one close against the Bucks.
Yeah, I totally agree with this one. I have no argument there. I like the Nets at +6, but I also like the Nets to possibly win this game and go over there for sure. Grant, you're the basketball guru here. What do you think?
Well, here's my question for Will, because I genuinely don't know the answer myself. That's what stopped me from betting on this game. Jeff Green, what did he go, 8 for 9 from 3 or 7 for 8 from 3 last game? Yeah. Meanwhile, James Harden had 5 points in 46 minutes. You have to figure those two are going to be somewhere in the middle in the next game. But I'm just wondering, this is my question to you. Do you think Durant gets that help that he needs to cover this bet?
Yeah, I think Harden actually pulls through in this one. Jeff Green takes a little bit of a step back. I think he still contributes probably around 15 points, 4 threes maybe. Not the 8 threes that he poured in the other night, but Harden definitely will step up. He's still rehabbing from that quad injury, but I think with a little more time, a little more practice, he should have a better performance.
I'm interested to see what happens. Like I said, I was terrified from this bet, so respect to you for having the balls to go in on it.
When Will the Wizard says it comes to fruition, people. You know what? He's the Wizard for a reason. I know I've been picking on him all show, but when he says it comes into fruition. It's going to happen tonight. Watch it happen. You got the Nets at +6. All right, so I'm going to go take one of my picks right now. We got the White Sox and the Astros. I like the Astros on the money line at -130. When you combine -130 into a parlay, it's going to get you a nice payout. Remember, I did go 4-0 yesterday. I do know what I'm talking about. White Sox, Dylan Cease on the mound. Astros, Jose Urquidy. Really strong pitching matchup in this game. Do we know what division the White Sox play in? I said this yesterday on the show. Anyone? Either of you?
That terrible Central division that you always hate on.
No, the freaking Cupcake Central. There you go, Grant. Wizard, come on now. You're supposed to be reading my mind. The Cupcake Central division. The White Sox play in the Cupcake Central division. The Astros play in the American League West. Not saying it's like a strong division, but it's better than the Cupcake division. When you look at the White Sox record against teams over 500, it's very bad. When you look at their record against teams under 500, it's phenomenal. Wow, I could beat a bad team. Okay, I could beat a bad team by myself. I'm just going to say it right there. Astros get the win tonight thanks to Jose Urquidy. Grant, you got any complaints about my bet here?
I do. Yeah, this is the third day in a row that you've let me down. You're betting on the Rangers game. I forget who else. I think you bet against the Dodgers after you said they were the only good team.
No. I took them mine. No, never bet against the Dodgers. I will never bet against.
Did you take the Angels? I think you took the Angels without Ohtani.
Yeah, and they won too.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Now you're picking the Cupcake Central here.
I'm picking the Astros.
No,
I'm picking against the Cupcake Central. Get your head on straight. I'm picking
okay.
I would never.
No.
I love the Astros. The Astros don't know what pitch is coming right now. They're not getting like a signal on their back or whatever the scandal was. But you know what? They're still hitting the ball out of the yard. Astros get the job done tonight. Grant, wake up, man. You know what? You know how you need to wake up? You need a little soccer action in your life. That's how you get all excited when you hear a soccer bet. So you got Belgium at +100 home. You know, American bettors probably don't even know what this just home means. Because in soccer, you have to pick home team or away team, right?
Yeah.
That's stupid. All right, Grant, tell me about it.
Well, I mean, normally home away plays an advantage, and in some cases it can during this tournament, but I don't actually think this game is taking place in Belgium. I think it might be happening in Romania. So neither team's really a home team here. I was ridiculed in the opening by Tanner because he's going 4-0 and he's the hot one, and I'm taking safe bets today. I think you went -170 on Italy the other day, so
and it hit too.
Yeah, but I'm living on the edge here with a +100 at Belgium. But in all seriousness, I can't believe that these are the odds. Belgium is one of the top 2 favorites to win this whole tournament. They have the favorite for Golden Boot, which for you uncultured people means that he's supposed to score the most goals in this tournament. They won their opening match 3-0. They're playing a Denmark team that watched their best player die and be brought back to life on the field in their first game, which they lost 0-1 to the powerhouse. That is Finland. So Belgium here, easy money. If you want to put a prop on them winning by 2 or 3 goals, go for it.
I mean, I have no argument there. Grant is the soccer guy. Soccer's the sport of the world, so I'm not going to argue there. Will, what do you think? Belgium comes through at +100 today?
Yeah, I can't argue with this one. Belgium did win their opener 3-0. Hazard and De Bruyne might play some limited time in this one. Like Grant mentioned, Denmark lost their best player in Eriksson the other day. So I see this as an easy bet.
Will definitely went on Twitter and just followed every soccer Twitter site to pick up those names before the show.
I used to play some FIFA back in the day. I know some players.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I played FIFA too, which is surprising. All right. Netherlands money line +110 versus Austria halftime result. Guess whose bet this one is?
Tanner Kern.
Tanner the Tanner Kern, right? All right. So I looked at the sports book. I'm going to put a disclaimer out there that, like I say, this is the one thing we should not say on a show. I don't know really about this soccer tournament, Euro 2020. I thought it was like in the past. I thought we were caught in the Matrix, like that guy on TikTok. I don't know if you guys have seen that. That's pretty awesome, by the way. Anyways, Netherlands money line +110 versus Austria. The end result of this game, you got Netherlands, I believe, was like Netherlands like -100, -180 in that range, like really, really high, really favored. Austria was like +400 to win at the end, +400 to win at the end of the game. So I said, okay, I'm a risk taker. Scared money don't make money, right? Halftime result, Netherlands +110. I think they get one by the keeper, the Austrian keeper on the pitch. by the halftime result at 45 minutes. It is 45 minutes, right? And then they're going to hold them out in extra time. There's extra time at the half, before the half, right? And this bet's going to lock in. This bet's going to lock in. And you know what? I'm going to turn off the second half, put on the getaway games for baseball today, and I'm going to rock and roll there because I don't care about soccer. But I'm going to win the first half here. Just watch it happen. Any arguments here?
I'll just for the people watching who might actually be interested in knowing about the things they put money on, this is a decent bet here. The Netherlands got out to a very lively start in their first game against Ukraine. They threw away 2 goals at the end and ultimately won 3-2, but it doesn't matter. We're only talking first half here. They jumped all over Ukraine in the first match, whereas Austria will be without one of their goal scorers from their last game against Macedonia. Marko Arnautovic, he was – well, I guess it's more than an accusation. It must be true because he's been suspended, but he supposedly verbally abused a Macedonian player in the first match. And, we don't know to what extent that is, but it had to be something serious for him to be benched or suspended. So this is a good bet here. The Netherlands like to get out and attack early.
There you go. Grant, do you think I could be suspended from the show for heckling you about soccer?
It depends on if you keep going up and how bold you are, because I'm keeping notes. So if you cross the line one day, I'll have it there.
All right. So we're going to transition to the ice here. This is the one Will the Wizard did not have a clue this morning what to do. So just throwing that out there. He settled on the over. He did some mathematical analysis, and it decided that I got to go over in this game. But originally, I think it was under, Will. What was the flip on your end?
It was. I did like the plus odds on the under. But the gods were telling me that something was going to change in this game, so I went to the over for the over 5 goals at minus 135. The Lightning have just been playing some impeccable 5v5 hockey. 5-on-5, they scored, I believe, 3 goals the other night, and on the power play, they're at around 40%. I think they continue to pour in goals against the Islanders tonight. Varlamov should be back in the net after suffering an injury on what was called maybe a questionable goaltender interference penalty against the Lightning that allowed the Islanders get one of their goals the other night. I think the Lightning probably put in 4, the Islanders probably put in 2 again, and this one goes over.
I like it. Grant, you agree?
Yeah, I got to give Will credit here. The Islanders won the first game, and he said, that's ending tonight. I got the Lightning winning. He got that one right. So I'll even though he had the late switch, I think he's got it again tonight.
Yeah, now head over to the Sports 2.0 Network YouTube if you're not watching on there. Will has a full preview of the NHL playoffs with another one of our panelists, content creators, Amber Williams. So make sure you go check that out, guys. And then finally, last bet of the evening, guys. We're going to end it with a win. D-backs versus Giants, West Coast baseball. I'll probably stay up and watch this. Why not? You got the Diamondbacks going. Zach Gallen, one of the better pitchers on the Diamondbacks. And quite frankly, Arizona has been horrendous. I don't know if anyone has the stat. I stopped counting, but they have lost a lot of games in their past 30. I think they've lost 20 something of their past 30. So it's pretty bad. It's almost as bad as the Padres, who have lost 10 of their past 15. So that's pretty disappointing too. But D-backs, Zach Gallen on the mound, Giants, Kevin Guzman on the mound. I believe Guzman's 7-1 on the year. Just been mowing down batters. The Giants hit 5 or 6 home runs last night. They are seeing beach balls at the plate. It's going to happen again tonight. I like them on the run line. They could have covered this about 3 or 4 times last night. So hopefully we get one tonight and get the win. But I do like the Giants on the run line. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think this one has a pretty good chance. I know you always mention that the Giants don't have one of the best teams on paper in baseball, but somehow they always seem to pull through. Somehow they always seem to win games. So I do like this bet, and I know you mentioned earlier that it's a West Coast game. It'll be late, but we both know that Grant will be up late doing his work, so he'll probably tune in for this one too.
Yeah, Grant will be up tonight for sure. He's gonna have a late night, on the computer. Grant, what do you think about this game?
The Diamondbacks have lost 13 in a row. 3 of those are 2 of the Giants already. They suck.
They're just not good at baseball.
You know one of the good things about soccer, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the season, at least the best league in the world is considered the English league, but they do this all over the world. But anyway, so there are 20 teams in this English league, and there are 4 English leagues. At the end of the season, the bottom 3 teams, they go down a division, and the top 3 under that go up. So at least it's competitive. The Diamondbacks need to get sent back to AAA and see if they can even hold on there.
That was one of the best. See, like at first when you were saying that, I'm like, oh, like why is he turning a great sport, baseball, into a soccer conversation? But I like where you went with that. I do agree that D-backs need to go down to AAA, maybe even AA at this point. They are just absolutely horrendous. And, I thought they were going to be better than they were this year. Not that much better, but they have really just disappointed totally. So guys, that does it for the best hour of your day, Parlay Power Hour. Any final thoughts out of you two? Since I started with the Wizard, I'll go with the one and only here first, just to make him feel good.
I don't know how this has happened again, but these are the best picks I've ever made. It just keeps happening. I don't know what to say.
Wizard, what do you got? Final thoughts?
I'm still searching for that 4-0 day. The Wizard Magic hasn't been hasn't been as powerful as I'd like it to be. So I'm still searching for that 4-0 day. Hopefully today's the day.
All right. I got one final thought for everyone. Subscribe to the Sports 2.0 Network. Hey, I'm going to throw actually one more in because I am the host of the show and I make the rules. Just telling you guys that just for future reference. Scared money don't make money. Scared money don't make money. That's what you got to remember today when you're locking in your bets, guys. That was the best hour of your day, Parlay Power. Hope everyone has a great day, and we will see you guys tomorrow for another episode.